Hey Peaches, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading and I'm using the Frau Grand Duchess Tarot and Dog Wisdom for your pick a card. So stack 1 is the little bunny, stack 2 is the deer, and stack 3 is the skunk, and they're timestamped below. This is just a general reading, so if you'd like a private reading all to yourself, the link to my Etsy page is below. And I do those through email, and you can design your own reading based on how many cards you want and the decks that speak to you. So while you're choosing, tapping into your intuition to which deck might be meant for you, I want to talk about this week's theme, the devil, and I'm using the good old Rider-Waite to represent the devil energy. I wanted to talk about the way we can get ensnared both by healthy things and unhealthy things, and it's harder to recognize when it's a healthy thing. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. And the devil represents anything that you feel that you can't live without. So that creates vulnerability, places that limit your fluidity and your adaptability. So what roads have you gone down where it feels like the path to retreat has closed behind you, like a zip tie where forward is the only motion and there's no way to regain balance. There's no backward. There's only forward, and it becomes like the road just gets narrower and narrower and narrower. And so I have chosen grace cards for a pick a card at the end of each reading. So there will be 3 pick a cards at the end of each one. And so you'll get to set your intention once again, whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 will have a message for you. But because the reason I chose these is because in this devil energy, the way to get free from it is to access grace for ourselves and for others and for the situation and for what got us there. To kind of like the Chinese handcuffs, you can't pull, I think that's what they're called. You can't pull, you have to release the grasp in order to get your hands out. Anyway, grace, not judgment. Okay, so like and share and subscribe. And if you hear anything today that you feel like will help someone or someone you know needs to hear it, go ahead and share it with them. And let's get started. All right, those of you who chose stack 1 or chose the cute little bunny, your theme for this week from Dog Wisdom is eagerness. Okay, and you have the reverse 2 of coins, the reversed sun, the moon, and the queen of coins. Let me get these situated, just so. Okay, how about over here? Can you see the bunny? All right, not that it matters. Anyway, all right, let's see. With the reversed sun, the sun in reverse, let me ask you this. Are you hiding your light under a bushel? Here's what I see happening. There's 2 of coins in reverse, a lack of confidence, feeling unsteady in your skills and experience, your knowledge, maybe some imposter syndrome. Sometimes when we feel that way, one of our coping mechanisms can be to mask it by playing it cool or dialing down how much we show that we care or how seriously we take ourselves. And so pretending that you don't want something because you don't believe you can get it, sort of thing. And the advice here is not to fake it till you make it, or to be brash or put forward a facade or something fake, or, fake confidence, false confidence, or arrogance, but to not hide your joy for something, your enthusiasm for something. Because it may impress somebody watching you, I think. That's your joy and your enthusiasm and your excitement for something is 100% authentic. And so that may impress someone watching you because it may be read by them as actual confidence, hence not actually faking it. It's not a facade. Your joy and your enthusiasm are real. They'll be impressed and inspired by your thirst and excitement and willingness to put in the work to learn and to become an actual expert because you care enough about authenticity and not instant gratification. empty recognition would feel just that, empty, to someone of integrity like you. You want to be actually good and to actually be knowledgeable, and just winning by some kind of default or fluke or, you know, artifact of the system wouldn't have the same, fill you up in quite the same way and have the same sense of gratification. Your desire to earn it will shine and radiate off of you to this Queen of Coins. And this Queen of Coins is like a supporter of the arts, someone kind and generous, someone with grace for others despite having privilege. So acting like you're above it, that's this moon. This moon energy is kind of like what we hide and what's in the subconscious and what's below the surface. Acting like you're above it, acting like you're too cool, acting like you're too good, as a way of masking your feeling a little bit unsteady, that's going to prevent you from being seen in the light that you deserve in this situation, is what I'm picking up from these. So let's go ahead and get your grace cards. Set your intention now, whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 is something you need to hear, or all 3. Oops. Let me tune in to you. Okay, card 1. How can you access grace for yourself in this situation, or whatever devil type situation you might be facing at this time? You have peace for card 1. When we balance silence with activity, we discover true peace of mind, the source of all joy and happiness. So one way that we show enthusiasm is to be an active listener, not just to be running our mouth about something we don't know, but to ask the right questions and to be actually be engaging and listening when someone's trying to teach us. So I don't know, that's just what I'm getting from that, to be teachable with this in eagerness and peace at the same time. Card 2, you have choice. For every action, there is a reaction. Choose wisely. Nope, I just need 1 still. Card 3, looking for card 3. Soul. Practice good soul care. The quality of our outer life is always dependent on the quality of care we give our soul. All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you. All right, those of you who chose stack 2 or chose the deer, your theme for the week is playfulness. All right. And you have the Emperor in reverse. The 10 of Coins, excellent. 9 of Swords in reverse. And the King of Cups. Okay. So let's address this reverse Emperor. Most importantly, this shows soul-crushing discipline, attempts to control that squeeze the joy out of life. This energy is born out of situations where you feel out of control, out of your power, and attempt to reclaim it in petty ways or disordered ways. I want to say to you, there is more to life. You will not always be in control. It's a fact of life, and there are times when you would be better served by surrender than fighting until you harm yourself and take years off your life from the cortisol overload constantly in your bloodstream. It's not giving up, it is self-care. In this deck, the reverse Nine of Swords does refer to coming clean in a way, speaking your fears and exposing secrets, meaning filling in the details and facts that may help your behavior add up to someone else. When someone seems irrational and their behavior doesn't make sense, that means that you don't have all the information. Everyone adds up if you know everything. And so when someone doesn't add up, there's bits and pieces that you don't know. That's been my experience anyway, when it comes to understanding people, that everyone adds up, and when they don't, there's something missing from the information that you have. So lighten your mental load by confiding in someone and release this Nine of Swords anxiety like a pressure valve. Because this being swords, it is all up in your head. It is all perception. It is fears. It's worst case scenarioing. And the card you have that's based in the tangible world here is the 10. This is abundance, it's security, long-term health. And you compromise that when you can't allow yourself some play. It is, I think, a well-known fact, or at least it's what I've understood from research, both intentional and non-intentional, that joy for life and joy in general is a component of longevity. And this King of Cups shows that if you can apply that principle, you stand to balance your emotions in a major long-term way, in a way that you haven't been able to in a long time, in a way that should stick and be long-lasting. And people may be more confident in you. They may warm up to you better. You may find yourself more able to connect and to relate better. That's what I have for you in your tarot. I must still get to these. Just hang on. I almost put them away, but I couldn't still get to them. Okay, so let's get your 3 grace cards. Go ahead and decide now if you want card 1, 2, or 3, or if you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 will have your message. And let me tune in. All right. Card 1. You chose card 1. That's 2 cards. Your message is Valor. Be courageous. The unmistakable touch of grace will follow us wherever we go. Okay. It does take courage to confide in someone, to let people know that our lives might not be as perfect as they look on the surface. We might not be as in control, that the Emperor is not as in control as he appears, or attempts to control others to make up for control that he lacks over himself. Card 2, Affection. Love yourself. You are the ultimate act of creation, fashioned by the hand of a divine artist. Card 3. Silence. Be still. A daily practice of silence bears gifts, a heightened sensitivity to beauty, deep inner peace, and a profound feeling of connectedness to all living things. That describes the King of Cups right there. All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you. All right, those of you who chose stack 3 or chose the skunk, your theme for the week is please yourself. And you have the 6 of Swords in reverse, the 7 of Coins in reverse, the 9 of Wands in reverse, and the Devil, the only one that's upright. Okay, and that's interesting because that's what we were just talking about this week. So that tracks, that fits in, all that good stuff. You make room for your cards. There, now it's straight. All right, I want to start with the reverse 7 of Coins here. This is indicating not getting a return on your investment, which is exactly what happens when you put others' needs before yourself, or when you choose people pleasing, when you prioritize other people's needs over your own. Doing so has that immediate gratification aspect that the devil promises, but comes up empty and non-nourishing at the end of the day. And so with the reverse Six of Swords, there is a sense of being stuck in a rut, no forward motion, being kind of locked in a place of conflict and not being able to find any peace. So lack of progress, lack of forward motion, like you're watering a dud seed almost. Like you bought the little kit, and you like the little party favors that are little seed in a pot, and you water it and you put it in the window, and it's like a month later nothing sprouted. It ain't gonna. So I remember what it was like to think that keeping everyone from being mad at me was self-care. But a few years ago, I reached this tipping point where the freedom that I wanted, the freedom that I longed for, was desperate for, would only come when I reconciled myself to pissing off a whole lot of people. And I have never looked back from that, honestly. And so there's a sense here with this reverse Knight of Wands of weariness of carrying that burden. It's like, or carrying that longing. Let me put it this way. I feel like there's something you want to do for yourself, and it's on your to-do list, but it's always when everyone else is taken care of. So never, basically. It's always at the bottom, and there's always some other need that comes to the top, and it's just like always shuffled to the bottom, always shuffled to the bottom, because it's not, it's contingent on everyone else being happy first. And it's starting to dawn on you that that day ain't coming, and you have to reshuffle your priorities. So the devil does confirm to me that that's more easily said than done. There may be a dependence on approval, external validation, acceptance, being good, fitting in, meeting expectations, that getting likes, getting whatever on social media. Do what you want, obviously, you have your free will, but I wouldn't expect any forward motion until you take a look at what is tethering you to the approval of others. With the reverse Knight of Wands, there is a perpetuity to it, like a futility in people pleasing. So I want to say, you know what they say, that no matter what you do, someone's going to have something to say about it. So if someone's going to be unhappy, why should it be you? So that's what I'm seeing in your cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at your grace cards. Go ahead and set your intention. Whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3, we'll have a message for you, and let me tune in. Card 1. Beauty. Surround yourself with simple pleasures. Beauty is the language of the divine. So with that devil being there, I feel like this is more about, are you concerned about redirecting your energy from the beauty that you feel like you need to put out to what do you see is beautiful around you? Is your life beautiful? Is your experience of your life? Do you experience beauty so much as are you providing it for others? It's not your job. Card 2, pray. I am open and receptive to the power of grace in my life now. I ask to be shown clear examples of how this energy is operating in my life. Card 3. I shouldn't say it's not your job to provide beauty. You might be an artist, I don't know. But you aren't obligated to be beautiful for anyone else's pleasure. Card 3. Surrender. Surrender is the key that unlocks the door to grace. Alright guys, like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you.